Marpol Annex IV is all about regulations for the prevention of pollution by sewage. The Annex entered into force on 27 of September 2003. A revised Annex IV was adopted on April 1, 2004 and entered into force August 1, 2005. It contains a set of regulations regarding the discharge of sewage into the sea from ships, including regulations regarding the ship's equipment and system for the control of sewage discharge, the provision of port reception facilities for sewage, and requirements for survey and certification. Regulations for sewage waste. Marpol Annex IV. The sewage waste discharged from the ship is regulated under Marpol Annex IV. The regulation states that every ship 400 gross tonnage and above which is engaged in international voyages and carrying minimum 15 persons on board must be equipped with either a sewage holding tank of appropriate capacity or an approved sewage treatment plant or both. The sewage discharged from the ship is allowed if it has an approved sewage treatment plant, which can treat the raw sewage and discharge comminuted and disinfected sewage. Marpol Annex V is all about convention, aims to eliminate and reduce the amount of garbage being dumped into the sea from ships. For instance, it includes all kinds of food, domestic and operational waste that are likely to be disposed of during the normal operation of the ship. Amendments to Annex V were adopted by resolution, which entered into force on January 1, 2013. The revised Annex V prohibits the discharge of all garbage into the sea, except as provided otherwise. For instance, Annex V totally prohibits of the disposal of plastic anywhere into the sea and several restrict discharges of other garbage from ships into coastal waters and special areas. So the most feature of Annex V deals with different types of garbage and specifies the distances from land and the manner in which they may be disposed of. The most important feature of the Annex is the complete ban imposed on the disposal into the sea of all forms of plastics. Lastly, the special areas established under Annex V are the Mediterranean Sea, the Baltic Sea, the Black Sea, the Red Sea, the Gulf area, the North area, the wider Caribbean region, and the Antarctic area. These areas which have particular problems because of heavy maritime traffic or low water exchange caused by landlocked nature of the sea concerned. Ships' garbage from ships can be just as deadly to marine life as oil or chemicals, although many items can be take more than a few months or years. Marpol Annex VI is all about the issue or endorsement of certificate. Platforms and drilling rigs engage in voyage to waters under the sovereignty or jurisdiction of the other parties to the Protocol of 1997. Marpol Annex VI, first adopted in 1997, limits the main air pollutants contained in ships' exhaust gas, including sulfur oxides, nitrous oxides, and prohibits deliberate emissions of ozone-depleting substances. Marpol was developed through the International Maritime Organization or IMO, a United Nations agency that deals with maritime safety and security as well as the prevention of marine pollution from ships. Marpol is the main international agreement covering all types of pollution from ships. Air pollution from ships is specifically addressed in Annex VI of the Marpol Treaty. Annex VI includes requirements applicable to the manufacturer, certification and operation of vessels and engines, as well as fuel quality used in vessels in the waters of the United States.